So Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark have been spotted at the Indiana Fever game. Not Fever. Pacers. The Pacers. We're back into the NBA. We are getting very, very close to the NBA season starting. And look, the NBA season's going to be a fun one this year. We've already seen DiVincenzo go out as coaches. It's going to be a fun year. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the NBA stuff, we have the Mick Hoops channel right here. I uploaded a video today, or yesterday, a few days ago. We just hit 1,000 subscribers from 29 videos, which is mad. On that. But anyway, let's take a look. Let's talk about this right here. So, if you didn't see at the game, they were in, as far as I'm aware, in the seats Tyrese Halliburton had for the Fever games. Obviously, you guys can see Mr. Conor McCaffrey, the GOAT. Caitlin Clark haters, I'm sorry. If assist to turnover ratio is all that matters, I think the GOAT of college basketball is one of either Conor McCaffrey, I think he's all-time leader in NCAA D1 assist to turnover ratio, or, CJ Fulton, who's led assist to turnover ratio the last, 3 years? I think all 3 years he's been in college, he's led the NCAA in assist to turnover ratio. So it's either Conor McCaffrey or the Irishman, CJ Fulton's your GOAT, I guess. And then obviously during the game, they're just there for the picture. They're there for the gram during the game. They're in the picture, and yeah, you can see they definitely don't like each other. As people have said, as people will always say, being you know what, Kelsey Mitchell's trying to get away from Caitlin. As people have said, very clearly Kelsey Mitchell's trying to get away from Caitlin. That is the most obvious thing we have seen. It's not like this year was Kelsey Mitchell's best ever year of her career. Yeah, obviously, she's going nowhere. The only scenario is if the Aces said, we want to make you and Aja Wilson the two best players on this team. The Aces is a 1% chance. She's not going to the Mercury. Teams that have max contract space, the Mercury, no. The Liberty, why? Obviously not. The Sky. Oh, I'm the worst fake laugher in history. But no, I still can't believe the Chicago Sky. Not only is the Sky dysfunctional, not only are the Sky going to suck with or without her next year, but she might be the worst fit beside Kennedy Carter in the history of the WNBA. Obviously, the Fever have max contract money, and the Fever can give her more money in a contract. I can guarantee you she's probably happy out that she's, if not the most paid player, the second most paid player in the Chinese league after Liz Cambridge. But she could well be on $1 million a year contract. Kelsey Mitchell could well have been paid $1 million for that contract, and is probably thinking to herself, man, I wasn't getting these offers. Heck, I played in AU last year. I haven't even gone overseas. Has Kelsey Mitchell ever gone overseas? I'd want to see this. Obviously, I have a feeling that she is on, considering she was one of the last people to say they were going to China, I think she's on super rich money. So she has played, in fairness, she played in Egypt. And I know the money's okay in Egypt. After a rookie season, she played in Egypt. I know, as far as basketball money, it's okay. One of the first import player that I played with when I was playing was multiple time Egyptian League MVP. And he was talking about the money he was making. It was very good, especially compared to Ireland. He just played for a lot less money here because he was I was going to retire. Let me just move to Ireland with my wife. She got a job here, and I'll play pro over in Ireland. And man, it was probably the best player I've ever played, but let's be real. And then she played in Israel for a year, but in a team that plays in a 2,000-seater stadium. And then she played in Girona in Spain. And in fairness, Girona have had... Did they win? I don't know, they had at one, notable players. They've had Chelsea Gray. They've had Kennedy Burke. They've had Kelsey Mitchell. So, they've had, Girona has had quite a lot of good players. So it was a pretty decent team that she played with in the 2023 off season, and then she obviously played in AU for a couple of years. So I think with the deal in China, she's probably making a boatload of money. I think she's making a boatload of money, and I think the Indiana Fever team in general, like you can even hear like even Nalissa Smith, who's probably got the worst of it on social media. Like I'm gonna make a video, by the way, just about Nalissa Smith. Just stop tweeting Nalissa. The video is just gonna be titled something like Nalissa Smith needs to stop tweeting. But yeah, Nalissa Smith is like she's does what she does, and she's still talking about how great her teammates are. So we do have to look at it that way. Like at the end of the day, it is still a basketball team. This is still a group of players, and the fact that I think the players realize that their teammates are there for them. They were as closely in like a tight knit group as there was, other than the two teams realistically in the finals. And as much as there was weird drama, there wasn't any like drama that affected the team, especially after the first 10 games. I think they got all that out of the way with early in the season. I think they got all that out of the way with because I don't think they were ready for quite what to expect with the social media storm. And now I think all the players are like, well, Aaliyah Boston's, her fee, like obviously she was already a star in her own right, but her fee for doing these commercials is probably doubled, and companies are probably still happy to pay double. Her fee for unless she signed long-term deals with the likes of ESPN for her commentary, her fee's probably gone up significantly. And for all the players on the team, for your Kelsey Mitchells, Lexi Hull I think is staying, but like again, I wouldn't be surprised to see Lexi Hull, her like marketing like opportunities being huge. And even for non-Fever players, ironically, like I think the fact that a lot of the new NBA fans have really gravitated towards Fee Collier, like I think like there's gonna be a lot more money for all these players. So yeah, I can't see like there's just no way she leaves. There's just no way she leaves. But either way, she seems way too happy out. She seems way too happy at these games to be considering leaving Indiana. Heck, she's basically a guest of honor at an Indiana Pacers game, which I know like WNBA players will be going to NBA games. They probably aren't going to be shown the camera nearly as much anymore. And even if Caitlin Clark wasn't there, by the way, Kelsey Mitchell is now a celebrity in her own right. She is. She's a celebrity in her own right. And a lot of that has been from playing with Caitlin Clark. And unlike a lot of the people, like some players, but unlike a lot of players, has instead of complained about the light that Caitlin Clark getting too much hype, has just decided, you know what, we're gonna I'm just gonna play basketball, play really well, and you know some of those fans are gonna become fans of me too, which is what has actually happened.